Hello everyone, my name is Reese Lord and I am the Games Master for this hour and for the following 5 hours of Adventure as Wanted. For those of you who don't know, this is a tabletop role-playing game. What that means is these wonderful individuals around me will play their own unique characters with their own special abilities, and I, as the Games Master, control the rest of the world. That being the allies they meet along the way, the monsters they fight, the islands they come to, and sometimes even the weather. To catch you up on what's happened so far, they are, all of our players are crew members upon a scientific research vessel known as the Spirit of the Horizon. They were sent on a mission to investigate an island that seemingly appeared overnight. When they did so, they somehow managed to awaken an old god. In a last-ditch attempt to escape, they read a tablet they discovered on this island, and it transported them to this new, incredible world with multiple species and things they'd never encountered before. After 105 hours of playing, a lot of backstories happened, so I'm just going to give you some brief notes. Our party has recently finished an adventure on an island which they were sent to go clear by a federation known as the Thundercrest Federation. Upon arriving at the island, they've discovered it was overrun with these magical dinosaurs, and it's as weird as it sounds. And then, after a lot of things that shouldn't have happened, they managed to make their escape from an individual known as the Warden. The Warden pushed them away from this land after dry docking their boat using a tidal wave spell. And this is where we pick up. I'm going to give our players a chance to introduce themselves, starting from my left.
Hello, my name is Leo, and I'm playing Draxor Kelrift, the surviving. Draxor sadly lost his brother during the first mission that was outlined by the GM there, and he fights in his memory, and also to survive.
Okay, I'm Naomi, hi. I am playing Brina Froddle, who I think is the only character left who was in the prologue that's still being played. Yeah, I think it's just me. So that's fun. She's a gnome wizard. She's head of arcane research on the Spirit of the Horizon. I have two apologies to make. The first one is that my character sheet's on my phone. Yeah, I'm not texting. And my second apology is that I leveled myself up real fast in the morning. So I have two spells I'm not 100% sure I know how to use yet. But we'll see how it goes.
Cool. I'm Vachel, and I'm playing as Porakos Holadin, who is a tiefling barbarian. He is a deeply complicated and not at all two-dimensional caricature.
Hi, I'm Oz, and I'm playing Galanos, the Arfork fighter. I'm part of the tactical training crew on the Spirit of Horizon.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. So, where we pick up, the ship has just set sail away from this island, and Brother Jurgen, one of the clerics on the ship, has made their way to the bow and spots a ship on the horizon. It's at this point, the young wood elf in the crow's nest yells out, "Ship on the horizon! It looks like the Baton!"
What do I know about the ship?
The Baton is a ship that is captained by a character you've met before. Trip Mitty, a Vosu, reformed pirate. Vosus, for those of you who don't know, are these small fox-like individuals with short fur, pointed ears, a short snout, normally stand around 5 foot tall. Being the highest ranking official currently on deck, what would Brina like to do?
Brina's also quite panicky. She's been self-medicating with alcohol. Don't worry about it. Right. Great.
Make a perception check, everyone.
That's not good. 8.
8.
I got 8 as well.
17. 17.
So, 17, 8, 8, 22. Okay, can I get some music, please, SM? So, you look out and you do see this ship cresting on the horizon coming towards you. It is most definitely the Baton. It is flying its colours, and it is approaching you at a leisurely speed. As it approaches, what would the party like to do?
Can I see if people on the deck of the other ship are preparing weaponry?
It's a little bit too battley, sorry.
Can I see if people on the crew of the other ship are preparing weaponry, bringing ballistic?
With your perception check, you do spot, and there appears to be no sign of readiness for battle. They appear to just be approaching the Spirit of the Horizon. They are not threatening in any manner.
Commander, they haven't brought any of the ballista to bear.
Are they flying their Roger? Sorry if you already.
They are not flying their Roger.
Lieutenant, Laura's the commander, but thank you. Okay, if then it's Tripmitty ship, right?
That's true.
So that should be okay. We should approach with caution.
Am I still at the helm?
You are the helmsman, so yes.
Okay.
Holla, approach with caution.
Sure.
We'll do the caution bit, you do the approach bit.
Is there a pedal for gung ho? Just going.
That's not the way this ship works, sadly.
Well, the past 5
There's
days,
in fact
I've
not
been
a-
inventing one. I've been working on it.
There's in fact not a pedal.
Well, that's not worth it then.
You can try splicing the mainsail, maybe? I don't know.
I do that. I roll to splice the mainsail.
Oh,
What does that mean?
The
I roll to
helms-
figure out what that means.
To give you an idea of what a helmsman's job is, the helmsman is essentially the pilot of the ship. They normally work under the captain's orders or a higher ranking officer, but they would have an understanding of what sails to fly at what time. So, for example, if you're going through storms, you would understand what sails to fly at that time. If you want more speed, as he said, you would go full sail. And you would yell that out, and people would essentially have to follow your orders. But you're new at your job, so roll a charisma check.
15.
So what do you yell out to the crew?
Full sail.
Okay.
Make extra sails. We're going full sail.
Holla, you can just stop at full sail so
Full sail, son.
The Spirit of the Horizon drops full sail, and the boat does pick up some speed. There isn't much of a wind at the
What's
moment.
the distance between
They're approaching fairly quickly, especially as you're approaching them. You imagine you'll be on top of each other within the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to do in that time?
I'm going to let the captain know. Captain and Laura, in fact. I'll let the captain, commander, and master. I'll let all 3 of them know. Via message, if possible, so I don't have to walk around.
Absolutely.
What's going on?
Okay.
Draxor is going to stand dramatically on the prow of the ship, watching the incoming pirate ship.
Make a performance check.
I would like to also stand dramatically with 1 foot on something higher up, so I've got the raised leg thing.
Oh, the full.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When I see he does that, I stand full height on the thing that he puts his foot up on, and my performance check was 11.
Brina would like to roll her eyes at this display of fragile masculinity.
Good. While we're not paying attention, I want to play chicken with this ship.
Of course you do.
So when it's about 2 minutes away from us, when I can judge that it's 2 minutes before contact. Well, no, I mean 2 minutes. I guess as soon as I can kind of make a perception check, when it's plausible for me to make a perception check, to kind of get a look at them and get a read on how they're preparing to approach us.
Okay, so.
We have gunpowder again, so.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you want it?
Okay, so as the ships approach each other, make a perception check.
16.
Excellent. So you look out at the crew upon the other ship, and they are bringing in sail to slow down to approach you. It's appearing that they do actually want to dock with the Spirit of the Horizon. Saying this, you do hear a voice bellow out through the air, and it is the voice of Captain Tripp, magically enhanced. Spirit, we wish to parley with you.
Lieutenant, they wish to parley with us.
I can't. Can I see her?
Yes, you can.
Is she less than 30 feet away from me?
No.
Damn. I don't have any way of. I'm just gonna shout with my tiny gnome voice. Okay.
Make a Constitution, just
Can I-
straight Constitution
Can
roll.
I repeat her thing a bit louder?
Yep, of course.
That's
What species?
good.
No, I thought.
8. So no,
8.
she can't hear me.
Nope, she cannot. You're a bellowing half-orc. You're used to yelling commands at...
She said, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
They pull up sails and come to a slow halt.
So we win.
Yes, you win.
Okay, now to prove the point. I don't know any terms for how to describe a boat's anatomy, but
Okay, so you have the bow, which is the front.
yes.
You have starboard, which is the right side of the ship. Port, which is the left. And the stern, which is the back of
Which
the ship.
part is the sticky bit you stab other ships with?
That's the bow.
That's the bow.
The bow. How big is our bow?
It's a pretty big bow. From the time you've spent on the ship, the Spirit of the Horizon is not a combat ship. It has combat capabilities, but is not specifically built for war. It's a scientific research vessel.
We had military escort on our first mission.
Yeah.
I see.
We have the adamant.
And they thought, well, we can do better than this. There are other jobs there.
Well,
no,
no,
we got-
they got
do-
killed. They all got killed.
right.
Yes, they got ripped apart by a creature that was definitely not an old god.
Well, no, it wasn't.
Who's Lovecraft? What?
What? Shh.
Is that copyright?
Okay, no, as far as I'm concerned, I basically won this game of chicken. I'm satisfied.
Okay.
I ordered to stop the
Pull
full sails.
So you pull sails,
Full sails.
and you do
sounds like
steer in
Yeah,
next to the baton.
Okay.
At which point the gangplanks come down, and Trip, this small Vosu individual in quite nice captain's robes, approaches, followed by Dea, an Arabi woman, who they both board the Spirit of the Horizon. No arms. Their crew remains on their ship. It's just those two.
Could you describe the Arabi for us? Just
Okay, so Dea is an Arabi. Arabis are these tall humanoids with a touch of celestial in them. They have pale skin, very beautiful, soft features, and there's a slight glow to their eyes. Dea is essentially Trip's shadow. They almost move in complete and utter harmony.
I'm gonna stand behind Brina.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna beckon Draxor to me. No offense, it's just we've been on a mission together, and I haven't been on a mission with you yet. And I'm gonna approach them friendlily.
Trip comes up and reaches out her paw, as it were.
I will shake it.
There's a little bit of awkwardness as she has to slightly bend, but
Sorry.
it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
Is Captain Golan around?
Captain Golden is around, but he just had a real traumatic time with his pet griffin, Chansey.
Of course.
Not to mention the falling off a dragon thing.
And falling off a bone dragon, from what I hear.
We've
You've
had
had quite a
adventure.
morning. Yes.
It sounds like you've had quite the adventure. You're probably wondering why I'm here.
Yes.
Yes, didn't want to be rude, but
No, of course. I'm here to seek your assistance. We have re-established Libertalia as what it's supposed to be. It's a haven now. It's obviously not as prosperous as it once was, but it's getting there. Our problem lies in the Black Cove.
All problems lie in the Black Cove. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Are you just guessing because it's called the Black Cove and sounds really sinister?
Yes.
Oh.
we have been to the Black Cove.
What is the Black Cove?
We
you
didn't
use
like it.
for? I'm very lost.
The Black Cove is one of the first islands
Oh,
you
okay. It's a real thing.
visited on this adventure. It's a small volcanic island with black sand, which gives it its name. It's where you first had the party, including Captain Golan
And Brother Jurgen.
and Brother Jurgen, swore on a skull to give them rights to trade on the island.
an island run by pirates.
It was an island run by pirates, and it had a lot of goat herders. Like, way more goat herders than you expect to see on such a small island.
The current fan theory is that the goats are spies. Okay. What? How are the Black Cove causing you problems?
Well, you remember Lokash, correct?
Yes. I didn't meet him personally, but yes, I remember.
He has disappeared. Without a trace.
That's not good.
We are incredibly worried. He is that island. He's established it. He's been there longer than anyone can remember. He's never left before.
Do you think he's departed of his own free will?
I don't know.
Someone kidnapping a pirate? Sounds like a fun time.
As you're having this conversation with Trip, you look over at Daya, and Daya looks incredibly tense. The whole talking about the Black Cove is putting her on edge, to the point where she does just very carefully sidestep next to Trip and just grabs hold of her arm for a bit of comfort. You look at these individuals, Trip, this beautiful, charismatic, cheeky Vosu, and Daya, this tall, beautiful Arabi. They've been through a lot of hardship together, and this is the first time that you're seeing them perhaps re-establishing their relationship.
Well, we can enter the Black Cove since Captain Golden swore on that skull for all of us.
Yes.
So, you've helped us in the past, so I suppose it's only right that we help you.
Thank you. You are the first people I thought of when all of this came to light, and, well, you've become quite notorious throughout the world. A ship of strange individuals going on adventures and solving problems, earning favors of queens as well. It's very impressive.
Hide my Thundercrest badge slightly.
We are all above board now. There's no more piracy. We are legitimate traders.
What is it that scares you? I can see it in your eyes.
Make an insight check.
No.
No.
3.
As I said, Lokash is the Black Cove, and as much as I hate trading with pirates, they are a big part of our business, and ever since he's gone, business has slowed.
Do you have any leads? Where should we go?
I think it's best that we investigate the Black Cove first and then go from there.
To the crime scene.
Yeah, can we just do the 60s Batman push-in? Okay. I will holler if you're happy to set course for the Black Cove. We will
It's
make our way.
around a 3 to 4 day sail from where you currently are.
Okay.
The trip instructs you that the baton will lead the way. You just need to stay on our path, and we should be there as soon as we possibly can.
Is it possible I could... I mean, on a map, I could probably chart the route, right?
The map in the captain's quarters, which you have seen, has the Black Cove marked on it.
Uh-huh.
It's been smudged out because when they first encountered the Thundercrest Federation, they were suspicious of the Spirit of the Horizon being involved in piracy. So they smudged it out, but it's been restored.
And these waters, they're fairly open waters, or are we going to notice a lot of little crags and tiny islands? Stuff like that?
It's a fairly clear sail. We shouldn't
Okay.
encounter any trouble.
So is it possible I could just maybe tilt the helm, keep it there with like some sort of clamp, and just slowly curve into the thing and then just take a 4-day nap?
You need to be following Trip Ship. You need
Who
to follow
made
the
this
baton.
man helmsman?
I believe it was Captain
Commander
Golden.
Relora.
Commander Relora.
Like
Yeah.
clamping it, you could get like some other lower person to just hold it. Be like, you do that, I'm gonna go and get like super. What's the name?
Yeah.
Well,
You're
like
the
that,
helmsman assistant.
Hey, you're tiny. Do you want to hold the wheel?
She outranks you. She outranks you so hard. Like.
First of all, I'm going to do this character. First of all, Holla, we've been on enough missions together for you to know I outrank you, not in what Captain Golan's been deciding, but in the actual admiralty of our world. And second of all, do I look like I'm strong enough to hold this helm? I'm 2 foot tall.
Do you want to find out?
No, I don't.
Push yourself. Yeah, you come.
Piracus,
Find someone else.
Piracus, I will hold the helm.
Thank you,
want
Drax.
a strepsil, dude?
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Right, what are strepsils?
Make him roll psychic damage.
Yeah, can you make a Constitution saving
I
throw?
swear I couldn't die by psychic damage.
Punish him.
15.
Oh, you're fine.
What's going on?
I can't make real world references.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
But
so
they're fine saying Batman. They're fine doing that.
yeah, it's fine.
I
It was out of
apologise.
character. You were in character.
Okay, so Captain Trip and Dea make their way back to their ship, and the gangplanks go up. The baton gives a moment to turn and head north. As Trip and Dea leave, can I get a perception check from everyone who was talking to them?
Nope. 4.
I'm rolling terribly. 4.
16.
Son. Good one. As they're walking back, you do hear the mutter conversation between Trip and Dea. Dea goes down and whispers in Trip's ear, "Do we really have to go back there? We can find new trade routes. We can establish something else." Trip looks up at her and grabs her by the face very gently. "It's fine. We'll be okay, I promise. We just need to get to the bottom of this." The two go back to their ship, and the baton sets sail, and the spirit follows.
They're my OTP right now. Like,
They have been my OTP this entire time.
They are the game's OTP.
Yeah.
they're so cute.
They are adorable.
Okay, so you have 4 days. Those of you who need to take a long rest, I'm looking over here, can do so. So you restore all hit points, all spell points.
At some point, I would love to have a sparring session with Galanos.
Sure.
I would like to talk to Galanos before you spar with him, if that's okay.
I don't know. I feel like sparring is how we talk.
Okay, but I'm going to talk to Galanos because since I'm going to pull rank. Since I outrank you, I'm going to talk to Galanos first.
Is this going to be like a captain's table situation?
No.
Or not captain?
I am not the captain.
It's true.
I just need to know, for my research, what you saw. I was stuck in my cage the entire time. What did you see in the Warden's lair? Cave? I've spoken to Relora and Captain Golan, but they both seemed really shaken up.
To start with, the Warden just had like a bunch of plinths on which there were so many different trophies it had, like a massive hermit crab thing, and some sort of skeletons and teeth and furs for various different things. It was a hunter. I mean, I can respect that, but it's been on it so long, it had all sorts. And then the last thing it had was a giant dragon skeleton. You saw the thing the captain was falling from.
Yeah. Yep, I did.
Yeah. It
Hey!
We haven't got the cans on.
Right.
do we just continue?
Yeah, continue.
It was brought to life by the Warden's magic, and if we're not going back, then I'm guessing.
The magic of theatre.
Hey.
I mean, that thing was still alive when we left. That skeleton is still out there.
So the Ariaga just left with it.
Aye.
Hopefully the Warden can control it. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. And she's gonna go to her quarters.
Wait.
Defin-
Wait, are you okay? Like what?
I've seen enough at this. I've been here. I was on that first mission. I helped Captain Delasson rest her soul, cast the spell. I've seen enough to be okay with that.
Right.
I'll be fine. I'm just not used to leadership in a military capacity.
Leadership. Right.
She is mentally scarred.
Thanks, Traxor! And she goes off to her quarters.
Yeah, put some lights on.
You keep looking at me. What's going on?
Since you finished training me, we haven't had time to spar.
I'm not really I train a lot, but I haven't actually sparred with anyone for some time, so... Yeah, he seems a little, Sure. What do you train with?
I pull out my wooden longsword
Okay.
that I would be training with.
I get my spear, and I just turn it around, so there's just the stick end.
Cool. Fantastic.
What's the rules for this engagement?
I think Draxor is just looking for a gentlemanly distraction.
Yeah.
I'm not here to prove that I'm better than Galanos.
This is narrative combat, I think, as a rule.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice. We haven't had this yet.
Well, come on, I haven't seen what you've got for some time.
Okay, before he finishes the sentence, I'm just gonna come in on his left shoulder. I'm not gonna let him finish.
Okay, make an attack roll.
It's non-lethal, right?
Everything is non-lethal.
Yeah.
That's 20.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah.
Will that beat your armor class?
You crack straight into my shoulder. I don't even have time to bring the shield up. I'm like, oh, all right, we're gonna go for it seriously then.
Bring it.
And I swing in with the spear. And,
Make an attack roll as you do.
26.
26. Yeah, that hits me. So yeah, he brings the spear up, and I was just too cocky, and it just strikes me at the sternum.
So why are you even on the ship anyway? What brought you here?
I was following my brother, and I come in with another one. That is a natural 19. So that is a 28.
Yeah, he pretty much clipped me around the ear.
We're just beating each other up at this point.
Well, it sounds like you didn't do well enough if he's not here anymore.
Oh!
Shade!
At that, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Oh, it's got serious. Oh no.
Just before he's able to attack again.
Cool.
Okay.
I got 19 to hit you.
Does not hit.
Cool. Yeah, I'm guessing it like bounces off this.
Yeah,
shield
absolutely. Just this gold aura all around me.
Do you do you attack me with more ferocity or something after I've said that, or how's this going?
Yeah, I do. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna forget myself, since he's been so rude. I'm gonna forget myself, and that's a 17. Doesn't hit you.
That does not hit me. Like
Okay.
you hit my shield a bunch.
Just
Okay.
coming in.
So as you two are battling back and forth, this combat of... It started off gentlemanly.
Yeah,
It's-
it did.
It's
I
now
actually have a very
two
good
kids
reason to
brawling in the dirt. It's... at which point, Josin, the master of the Marines, comes over, grabs you both by the back of your necks, and holds you there.
Captain, let me at him. He was rude about my brother.
No, this is a lesson. You let your anger become a part of what you were doing. You need to stay calm. People will use this against you. Remember that. And be angry at me if you want.
I'm gonna breathe cold on him.
Oh, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Be
21.
dex. 21. You take.
If it's dexterity, it's 15.
It still passes. You take 4 cold damage.
This was a lesson.
As was that.
I won't forget. I'm still going to be training you. I'm not going to go easy on you now.
Okay.
While
What
this is happening,
was-
where am I?
What would Haladin
That was
be
right.
doing during this time? You said you wanted to go take a nap. I'm assuming you've done that.
Yeah. Can I
What
hear
else?
this?
You would hear a commotion on top deck. Yes.
Okay. While they're distracted.
Yes.
Oh no.
I'm not distracted, just so you're bloody aware.
You,
Good, you can join
you
me.
went back to your cabin.
Oh, I did go back to my cabin. Damn.
Cool. I train the Marines.
Oh, okay.
You train the Marines.
Yeah.
What do you train them in?
Amazing.
Just good old-fashioned fighting. I'm gonna militarize this ship.
The ship's already militarized.
Clearly not enough.
Yeah, they do squabble. Okay, so
Forgetting ourselves.
How many
explain
Marines do
to
we
me how you do this.
How many Marines do we have?
A lot.
Okay, fine.
About 60.
About 60.
Fair. Can I summon about 20? Or are they all just taking naps? Asleep?
Certain people are guarding individual places, for example, the captain's quarters, the commander's quarters, and certain areas around the ship are constantly guarded. They take it in shifts. Some people sleep during the day, some people sleep during the night, but in general terms, it's a rota of 30 and 30, constantly going back and forth.
In that case, I'll just take 6.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go around the perimeter of the boat and
Okay.
just snatch 6 Marines
What do you say to them?
as they follow me.
Why?
I grab them and make them follow me.
Roll a strength check for me.
That's 7.
They, as you go out to grab them,
I rage, so I get an advantage on strength checks.
roll with advantage.
21.
As you reach out with your hands, you see these tieflings' eyes grow deep red. For those of you who don't know, tieflings are these half-devil humanoids. They have long horns, slicked back hair, some even have devil-like tails, and deep red or purpley skin. Your eyes glow an intense red as you reach out, grabbing one of them and pulling them along. The other one who's with them follows. Like, Holla, come on, stop that. He's new. Don't be mean to him.
I'll make a man out of him.
Oh, this I want to see. All right.
How swift does he have to be, Holla?
What?
Swift as a crossing river.
Do you know what? I don't care the psych damage. Let's
It's
just
a great
sing I'll make a man of you right now as a chorus.
Okay. So, you're going to train this individual. How are you going to train them?
I throw an axe at him.
Roll an attack roll.
Because if you could dodge an axe, you could dodge a ball.
Non-natural 20.
Roll damage.
Every evening, natural.
You invite me back. 9.
9.
Yeah.
You throw this axe at this individual, and he's like, you've just thrown him to the side,
Yep.
and you bring out your axe and throw it at him. He's not prepared at all. It digs into the shoulder. There's a massive scream as this young man who joined the Marines onto this ship and got thrown into a different world.
Uh-huh.
He misses his family,
Uh-huh.
he misses his friends,
Yeah.
he's in a completely strange world, and now he has an axe in his shoulder.
That's the point.
You,
Okay.
helmsman, what the hell are you doing?
We'll talk later.
Josin sees all of this.
Who's Joseph?
The captain.
The master of the Marines
Oh yeah, of course, yes.
comes up. I need you to roll a strength check, please.
Sure.
You have advantage, remember?
Yes.
He is raging.
A damn good thing as well. 16.
At this point, several other Marines pile on top of you,
I didn't think it was gonna
whack you in manacles, and throw you in the brig.
No! I'm making the world a better place. I'm making us
You
strong.
can cool off in here. And Josin slams the door behind you as you sit, going from being the helmsman to now being a prisoner.
Okay, take it now.
You take a nap. Over the next couple of days,
Wait, who's the helmsman now?
Wait, it doesn't make-
one
it was
of the
his first go
Marines
as
has
well.
stepped up. Pardon?
It was his first time as well. We'll just get some more.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
It's firing the intern.
Thank you. You, after a few days, the baton begins to slow. And as you look out on the horizon, you do see the volcanic crest of the Black Cove peak over the horizon. Its signature black sands come into view. The small homes and larger ones as you head further inland become visible. Can I get a perception check from everyone?
including me.
Just call again.
Nope.
Because he's in there.
Oh, okay.
13.
18.
15.
So
18.
18, 13, 15. You two look out over this island, and from what you remember, it was quite a busy and bustling place. The docks were normally constantly full and moving. This place is a sad echo of what it once was. There are far less ships in the docks. There are far less people wandering around, unloading and loading goods. You look across the island, and where you would normally see the natives of this land herding their sheep and goats, you see no one. The streets are quiet. There are only a few individuals standing outside the bars playing dominoes and downing their drinks. No real conversation is being had.
It's quiet. That's making me nervous.
I'm going to gather these two and say, listen, I'm perfectly at home leading in a lab, but everyone seems to be expecting me to lead these landing parties for no reason whatsoever.
You know, you could leave them.
You're not here.
Galanos is a strong leader.
If you want me to, I can.
I'm happy to carry on with the chain of command and be the leader of that. I've done it before, I can do it again. It's just that I need you to know, since this isn't probably not going to be like the last time we were out, Draxor, this is not going to be a magic-led thing, and that is where I'm most comfortable. And I'm loath to say it, and I know he's in the brig, but I've been on a few missions with Holla, and he serves as a useful member of the landing parties.
He too is strong.
Josin overhears this conversation and she's like, alright, I'm going to let him out, but one of you has to be responsible for him.
I will take responsibility in terms of command. If you two will take the strength and physical responsibility of him.
I can do what I can.
Thank you.
Okay.
I will follow.
Thank you.
Galenus, here's the keys to his cell. Go get him for us.
Both go. Don't get them together, I think.
Galanos, I shall accompany you.
Aye. Before we go, Lieutenant.
Mhm.
I have a daughter. She's 20. When she was young, when she was very wee, she used to have trouble getting to sleep at night. And she used to get so worried that of monsters in the larder, all that kind of thing. So I told her a story, a very short story. It goes like this. One day, I was walking on the road to Melanike, my home, and I met a harpy on the way. And the harpy said to me that she was due to meet Zeus that day. But previous time she's met him, she's been so scared. And so what she had is she had a magical stone. Now this stone, if you grasp it in your hand as hard as you can, will stop you fearing anything at all. It's a magic stone. And I followed this harpy. She met with Zeus and came back to me, and she gave me the stone saying, I met him, said everything I needed to, and I don't need it anymore. Here. And so, I'm giving you this now, like I gave it to my daughter every night. And if you get scared that your leadership isn't doing well enough, you grab that stone, you grab it as hard as you can, and the magic will seep into you, and you will know no fear. And I pass over.
Thank you.
It looks like a normal, everyday stone.
And being the Arcana expert she is, she knows this. But thank you very much.
And I can tell you now, every night, my daughter would grasp hold of that until she fell asleep, and it let go from her hand.
I'm going to pop it in my satchel. Thank you very much. And I am very sincere. I'm not just going to tell him I have an anxiety disorder. But thank you. I very much appreciate that.
Galanos, shall we go and
Let's
get
go.
Holla?
The ship begins to dock up. Are you two going down to get Holla?
The
Holladen! Picarus! Get your things.
You need my help, huh?
What is this, an anime?
I just want my little moments.
No,
you have it, you have it.
Good, keep do it. Sorry, we ruined it. Sorry, we ruined
I
it. Go on.
saw like.
It's good. So I'll just creak open the door, and I won't say anything. I'll let you have it.
And we'll just skip holding hands up until the deck and make our way.
Draxor is uncomfortable skipping, but he will hold your hand.
I do a strength check to force him to skip.
Strength
I
versus
lift you.
strength.
That's what happens.
I'm gonna jog alongside.
Okay.
Like, that's a 19. Depends whether it's a saving throw. Or
I
check.
got 5.
I mean, he happily jogs alongside you as you skip, but you're not gonna make this man skip.
Okay, fine.
22.
Okay, fine.
The baton docks up alongside you, and you see Trip and Dea disembark. They're waiting for you on the docks.
Picaros, do you have everything you need?
I have my axes. I'm good.
Then let us disembark.
By the way, when I threw my axe at that guy, did I get it back?
No.
Nope.
I have one axe.
You can go grab another one from the armory and look after it better.
No, I want my axe. It's blooded.
Shouldn't have lost it then, should you? We haven't got to. You go with one axe, or you go and grab one from the armory right now.
So fair, I hate you.
Spot the teacher.
I go to the army, I get another axe.
Okay. You find another axe.
No.
It's a simple hand axe. It's given to you. It's all good.
Cool.
All right.
She's going to replenish her flask before she goes down because it's going to be a long
Course she
adventure.
You greet Trip and Dea on the dock, and they. So. We have a few places we think would be smart to check out. The temple to Horatia, the council chambers, and if all else fails, we'll look in Lokash's home. But the temple is where you would normally find him, so maybe we'll be able to find some clues there.
Why do we think they might be in the temple to Horatia or the council chambers?
Lokash, you're not familiar with the way this island is set up, are you?
Nope.
I haven't had a lot of time to brief him. There was an issue with one of our, I'm not going to mention names, but one of our crew causing havoc. Thank you, Drexel.
Okay. So, Trip fills you in that the basic structure to this island is that you have a mayor, and then you have the head of the pirate council. The two would normally work together. But Lokash has been around such a long time and was so well respected that after being head of the pirate council, he also got voted mayor. He led the Black Cove into prosperity. And he would normally be found in his council chambers, surrounded by multiple books and tomes, or in the temple to Horatia.
Horatia being the
God,
Yep.
goddess of piracy and fellowship.
Some heathen god, I don't care. I don't
Yep.
believe in that one.
Well, the whole crew's sworn an oath to it, so.
Right, cool. Oh, damn.
Shall I lead the way to the temple then?
Yes, please do.
Dea is once again looks incredibly tense.
Can I roll insight on that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would like to as well, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
23.
It's not that
23.
good.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So 18.
18. You get a read of Dea, and you know a lot about Dea from previous adventures. She looks incredibly tense. She looks very, very upset to be here, but she will follow Trip no matter what. These two are tied at the hip. Their bond is stronger than most relationships you've ever seen, mainly because they've been through so much together. They have this connection which will stand the test of time if needs be. The only reason you think that Dea is here is because Trip is leading the way. And with everything that she's gone through, with being a slave for so long, she's physically exhausted. This will take years to recover, but No matter what, you will be at Tripside.
Okay.
Okay, so you begin to make your way through the streets. Can I get perception checks once again from everyone?
15.
20.
20.
Modified 20.
Modified 20, 15,
7.
7. You two are a bit distracted as you're walking around this town. You get distracted by the fact that everything here is this black volcanic stone, laced with browns and reds from dust and dirt that's been brought to the island via multiple travellers.
Oh, it actually
The-
reminds me of home. It's weird.
The town itself is a fairly well-established town. There are inns and bars. There's plenty of homes, but it's quiet. There are a few individuals sitting outside bars, playing dominoes, downing their drinks. What was once such a lively atmosphere has this shadow of its former self. You make your way through the town, and where you would have to previously have pushed your way through herders, individuals, revelers, there's nothing. Just quiet. The sound of the ocean behind you, the wind as it comes down the mountainside, fills your ears. It's eerie.
It's
off.
eerie.
God damn it, Draxel. It's everything his brother would have been. You approach the temple, and from those of you who remember last time who visited it, it is these large black pillars. But not in the traditional Greek style pillar that you'll see architecturally. These pillars are carved into the shapes of skulls. They all face in opposite directions, all keeping the same pattern of the hand across their mouth, which is the traditional symbol of Horatia.
Skulls aren't evil guys, right? They're just normal, totally normal skulls.
For pirates, skulls are normal.
Yeah, alright.
Sure.
So definitely not evil.
So, we can talk about it later.
Trip leads the way in, and
We all have skulls.
It might be
They,
a death cult. I mean, not a good death cult.
A good death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daya
The
actually,
famous good death cults.
for the first time, pushes her way forward a little bit. She looks around and sees that, like you all see, there are no worshippers here like there normally are. The race is completely untouched. Spotless. Black stone laced with reds and golds. And in the plinth in the middle, which once stood the skull of Horatia with its signature gold outlined hand across the mouth. Where it once stood, there is nothing. An empty pillar. A beacon of light shining down where it once was. But now nothing. No one. And that's where we're going to leave off for this hour. I'm going to hand back over to our SM.
That was a creepy note to finish on.
Thank you all for coming along. Feel free to come back at any point if you want or if you do want to play. You can also buy player tickets from the box office downstairs or the suite website. We are here every day. I say 250 hours altogether, so we're about like a third of the way through. So we're in from 10 till 8 and then 5 till 10 every day apart from the 24th and 25th. You can catch us, we're streaming live throughout the whole day as well on twitch.tv/adventures wanted, and we're tweeting on adventures 250. We can follow us on Twitter as well. I'm going to just pass over to the guys here if anyone has shows that they're wanting to plug, just for a wee quick line for both of those.
Hi, my name is Oz. I run a role-playing game stream called Roll Out. I can be found at twitch.tv/ozmills, and that's on Twitter at @ozmills, youtube.com/ozmills. And the role-playing game stream is centered on trying to promote the voices of women and minorities in the role-playing game space.
Cool. And I'm doing a play called Open Heart Surgery, which is a play about a conservative therapist dealing with her first gay couple, and it's a play about what it means to love someone and why relationships can be quite tricky, and why we sometimes think relationships aren't necessarily healthy for us or good for us, and just how. No, that sums it up pretty well. Yes. We're at 6:15 every day until the 13th, right across the hall. So go now in 10 minutes, or not.
Or come
I don't
back.
wanna-
Or come back here.
Yeah, please do feel free to
Should,
come
I
back
don't
and
know.
grab
Well, there's one
a
outside.
box office, and come back in. Thank
grab
you
one
so
for
much
you.
to Eilert, for
Yeah!
Woo!
I just want to, I was like, be back of yourself. We've got a really quick funnel bridge now, so thank you all for being a part of joining us on this part of the journey anyway. I'll say feel free to come back at any point. So, we'll see you soon.
Sorry if we took a little bit.
No,
You have
absolutely.
Cool.
No, my dude, it's like so in character.
Okay.
I actually have an explanation for it.